749 naira to $1. It is a far cry from what they met when when naira to dollar was then at 610 naira to $1 official rates. Today, officially, Nigeria naira is 1,749 naira or so to $1. So, which means with the hyperinflation that you are dealing with, things have cost now, like expensive. So they are going to buy shitty man his own plane, a local plane, or maybe they're just going to let him have this used one that Tinubu is flying, and they will buy Tinubu another one. I don't know, Come on, Baba, big time cash out. 2024, 38 trillion, nothing to show for it. Your roads are even worse off now. Your national electricity is worse. Your healthcare system is worse. Your education system, which they have removed the subsidy on, by the way, worse. I don't know if I should feel sorry, but I don't think I should feel sorry for anyone. Because it's like everybody know, they know what they do. Right now, Tinubu is hiring more sellers, propagandists, people to lie to you, people to tell you that no matter what is going on, you need to give Tinubu time. His policies are in your best interest. Nigeria doesn't have the money. Now, they just sold a lie, which, like I said, propaganda can't. You can try to deceive the people, intimidate them, bully them, threaten them, do all of that. Propaganda to gain power. You are going to need more than that to run a country. They are telling you that whatever hardship you are facing right now, you are only sacrificing. While you are fasting, they are feasting. That's a cheat. That's cheating. They are not supposed to be feasting, but they are feasting. While the rest of you are fasting. So they are doing a tax reform, which according to them, even if you claim that you are poorer today in Nigeria, na lie, you go pay tax. But the tax money is not going to be enough. So they now dropped the lumber. They claimed that they have now started, Nigeria is now producing 1.8 million barrels of crude oil every day. Thank you to President Tinubu. That would have been a good news if it is true, but it is not true. Because agenda must agenda, you get? And they have to push it. You see, when you see supposed senior government officials, NMPC guys who are dropping this number being a lamba, no, I mean, it will be like, say, it must be true. But it is not. In their efforts to make Tinubu and this illegitimate regime look good, they don't condemn Bukwari and lie against him, right? They are lying against him. Nobody say that won't deserve any sort of a pity, though. But I mean, for the record, when Tinubu was sworn in, right? Nigeria on the OPEC, in the OPEC website, which is the one that is giving the quota to them, Nigeria was producing 1.3 million barrels of crude oil every day. That's the record. Okay. Well, NNPC now says that no, it was less than 1 million. That is Tinubu now, who has equipped the NNPC, who has equipped Nigeria is now producing 1.8 million. And the problem here is this. If you are producing 1.8 million, that means you are making more money. You should be making more money. The question then will be, where is the money? It is when you ask them where is the money that they will turn it to fight. If you are producing more now, where is the money? Hang on. NNPC, when was the last time you remitted crude oil money to Nigeria, and how much did you remit? On record, there is no verifiable record of how much the NNPC has remitted. To cover it up, Kadobi, Oduduwa, Emefiole has been printing money. Even though they might be denying it to you, right? Now they've come out, to come and confess and confirm that in 17 months, Tinubu has printed over 20 trillion naira. By the time they are done with you, you go dey worse than the Venezuela, and you will be so close to Zimbabwe. Yeah, they are printing money, okay, to cover up whatever they are doing with the Nigerian crude oil money. Usually, you can be able to just go onto the central bank website. Back in the days, if you go onto the central bank website, you can easily see how much crude oil sale, how much made from taxes, and which of these taxes, right? Then how much did Nigeria make from crude oil in June, in January, in February, March? Do you know that used to be a thing? You could easily just go and be like, how much did NNPC paid into the Central Bank of Nigeria in July? You don't even need to go to the website. It's already in the newspaper. It's online. They will put it out there and say, NNPC remits $980 million. NNPC remits $1.8 billion from the sale of crude oil in June, from the sale of crude oil in July. They know they do them again since the time of Buhari. They don't do it anymore. What you will read is how people are stealing Nigeria crude oil and it's affecting production. Or sometimes when they want to bamboozle you, oh, the oil production has improved, has increased. Where is the money? How much crude oil did you sell in January, in February? You will never see the information anywhere anymore. To let you know what APC have done to you. I think it was last week, they signed one executive order, been a bill, I don't even know what to call it. The government of Tinubu, they signed something called the forgiveness for people who can bring back their dollars to Nigeria. They want you to go and put your dollars in the domiciliary accounts in Nigeria. Nigerians who have dollars, by law, you are asked and demanded. No, they are not asking, they are demanding that you should go and save that money in the domiciliary accounts now. By law. Meanwhile, if the NNPC has improved in the oil production, that should mean more dollars. Abi, it should mean more dollars. Not your own $50, $100, or $1,000 that a whole Nigeria will be looking forward to, that you should go and put in the bank so that Nigeria can have dollars. If you are selling 1.8 million barrels of crude oil every day, 10 days alone is 18 million barrels of crude oil. 18 times 3, 18 times 3, that would be like, let me see, 36, 54, Abi. That should be 54 million barrel of crude oil. Take 40% of that. 40% of 54 million. Roughly, I'm going to use roughly now, okay? That's going to be like, let's say 22 million. Roughly 22 million a month. Multiply that by $70. $70 times 10 million. That should be 700 million, 1.4 billion, maybe $1.7 billion. That's a lot of cash. So, no be that your own $1,000, $500 will now come and save Nigeria. I'm just using rough number now because I am terrible in math, okay? So, pardon me. But you get the message. You should get the drift, okay? So, when you multiply that way, that should be like maybe $1.6 billion every month. That's a lot of dollars. That's so much dollars available for Nigeria. Maybe not for a country like the size of Nigeria, okay? So 1.5, let's even kind of use aggregate now. Let's just reduce it and say $1.5 billion every month. That means Nigeria are not supposed to borrow money the way these guys are borrowing. If you are making $1.5 billion from crude oil every month, and from January to October alone, 10 months old, that is $15 billion. This is me trying to use average now, not the real figure, because it's probably more than that, if these guys are honest. That's like $15 billion. Nigeria wouldn't be borrowing money from the World Bank, where they are telling them to go and devalue their currency. Nigeria won't be borrowing 700 million, 1 billion, $2 billion from World Bank, from IMF. They will not be begging Saudi Arabia for $5 billion. They will not be going about with a Bambi Alabo begging for loan with ridiculous conditions. If these guys, NNPC, if they are emitting money, we say reason them. Oh yeah, reason them. Tell me that I'm not making any sense. Say it to me now. Tell me that what I just said right now, it doesn't make any sense. Say it to my face. If these guys are honest. Remember, I initially asked you, could you confirm how much NNPC has remitted from January to October as the money from the sale of crude oil? Can you tell me or direct me to where I can find that information? Because I have looked everywhere. I have. Nigeria is not collecting 100% money from the sale of crude oil. Don't get me wrong. I mean, the fact is that Nigeria only collects royalty, 40%. I don't know if it's more than that now, 40%. So if you begin to look at how much they said they are making, they are producing, and then how much is being sold, and then the percentage of that, you will get $15 billion in 10 months. Where is the money? Where? Can anybody tell me where? Do you see that Nigeria is a country that received $15 billion in the last 10 months from the sale of crude oil? This is not even calculating the other taxes. So like all this one, they are squeezing you left, right, and center. We haven't added that one. I'm just saying using this crude oil that if these guys are honest, Nigeria have no business borrowing money that is devaluing their naira, devaluing your currency, devaluing your life, as these guys are doing. This is where I always get so mad at them. And to those of you who are supporting them, those of you who think this whole thing is a joke, this whole thing is, is cruise. They are cruising with your lives. That's what they are doing. Cruising with your life, cruising with your destiny, with your future, leaving you in abject poverty intentionally. Where is the money? Where is it? Eh? Where is it? You can't ask Tinubu for the money. And the NNPC is now out there saying, we are now producing 1.8 million barrel. Oh, that's a lot of barrel. Okay, that should mean like more money in dollars. That should have saved your naira if these guys are honest. Imagine. Even though people believe that there is more to the stealing of your crude oil and the proceed from it. That is why they will never share the information with you anymore. During the time of Egbere Jolantan, this information, we could argue about this. Even Sanusi Lamido came out and said, NNPC did not remit $40 billion. Oh, they did not remit 20 billion. Remember, he said that $20 billion was missing. What he meant was that NNPC didn't remit the money. Where is the money? Same question I'm asking you right now. Oh, nobody they ask again. It's been 9 years. Nobody could give her. I was reading it yesterday when Melek Yari said they have paid the IOCs, the debt they hold the IOC, it's paid $2.5 billion. Lies. But it is a place where they are also neck deep in the corruption that you'll be the troublemaker asking questions. Once they drop the lumber, don't question it. No, don't question it. So where would they see money for next year to spend the 48 trillion naira? Bad dump. Has something to say about that too. Yeah, it did.
Gains. Changes taking place, reforms. From now, going forward, Nigerians are going to see things. Already, a couple of things are happening. And that's why I'm happy to see our own general leading many others here. For the first time in our country, the entire security sector, leaders are working as one. Armed forces, intelligence communities, civil police, all others. I want to assure you, tell Nigerians that for the first time, maybe ever, more than ever before, we work as a team. One. And we are beginning to see the gains, what we call Tinubu gains. Hundreds of bandits are killed today, every day. Tinubu gains. You move everywhere in our own country today, free of fear. Tinubu gains. Things are changing. These so-called Lakura or whatever you call them, they are making a mistake. Nobody ever dares Tinubu and win. Nobody. They have come at a wrong time. Nobody has ever defeated Tinubu. And you are going to be defeated. And we'll kick you out of Nigeria. This is a Nigeria of 2024. And this is a Nigeria where I can assure you the critics will be quiet. One after the other. Things will change in our country. And it's already changing. Many parts of our country today is living in peace. Go to the Niger Delta. Things have changed. Today, we have gotten to 1.8 million barrels of crude oil. We have not seen this for a long, long time. Tinubu gains. Southeast is getting to be at peace with itself and with the rest of our country. The bandits are running left, right. Every single day we are getting People who are surrendering. I was talking with the general. As of today, even right now, we have places where we are receiving surrendered bandits. It's happening every day. And it will happen more. Just wait and see. Critics, we will shut you up. We will do that. And things are changing, like I said. Beginning little by little, this welfare to the rich is stopping, is coming to an end in Nigeria. Special things going to the very rich, no more. Central bank is clean. Nobody is making one dime in our central bank. Unlike up to 2023. Tinubu gains. And the naira will be stabilized. It will be stabilized. Wait and see.
Nuisance, Lele.
That's Nigeria National Security Advisor. Just words. We will shut the critic up. No, you won't shut them up, because the only thing you should do is that you are going to continue to imprison critics, and you are going to continue to threaten them and all of that. Words of mouth of a politician, the National Sununu Advisor, National Sugomu Advisor, Ribadombu. Lies after lies, and repeating them will never make them the truth. That's the point. It will make them the truth. Is Nigeria safe? Is Nigeria safe? Yes, now, Nigeria is right. Nigeria Naira will be strengthened. But you see that lie about increased foreign reserve. Now, only people will not get sense. Unfortunately, there are many of them, dumbos in that contraption. If your foreign reserve increases, it should reflect on your Naira, your local currency. If there is improvement in your economy, you should be the one to tell, not the criminal politician. That is, he should be a political advisor to Tinubu, not a national security advisor. People are surrendering. Oh, I was having a chat with this, the general. The bandits are surrendering. Are you for real? Well, you know, they have their audience. That's another thing. You know, people were trying their best to call out the incompetence of these guys. Unfortunately, there are willing and voluntary slaves in the contraption. Northern Nigeria, which has experienced the worst of the insecurity and economic ruin. They have people there, sellers, paid sellers. They call them influencers. All you need to do, give them 50,000 naira or give them 100,000 naira. They will deny all these existential problems. They will deny. The same people that called us names. To the end, when we told them that Nigeria here was a scam, it's a scam, it's a lie. Shut up your mouth. I saw them with their side. If you see the aeroplane that the Nigeria, may Nigeria succeed. May Nigeria here succeed. I said, it must not be the same, because it can't be the same brain that majority of you are using to defend these lies, defend these criminals. It cannot be the same brain when they take crossroad If not, some of you don't buy like that. It can't be. It must be the brain of hypocrisy, the brain of falsehood, the brains of lies, the brains of deceit. That's what majority of you are carrying about, especially those of you, the Rolukus, the Buhari idiots, then, who have now turned to bad idiots now. They defended it. Nigeria here was a scam.